So
Hey, I want to welcome you to Everything Under the Cloud podcast. The podcast is being brought to you by Cloud9 Salon and Spa. This is the owner here. If you want to get a haircut and you in this area, want to drive to the area, I'm gonna point to it right here. The number will be right here, so you can book appointment Tuesday through Saturday. I am one of your hosts of the podcast, DJ Moore, and this is
Terrell Brandon, and we want to let you know, harp on what he said. We specialize in all things beauty, so it ain't just one thing. Waves, braids, fades, facials, body waxes, pedicures, manicures, whatever you need though. But we'll keep it pushing.
Now, with everything under the cloud, in the name, and it may change at some point. We still going back and forth on that, but it's just a conversation about really stuff that happens in the barbershop, from sports to faith to relationships. So it's just everything, really. All right. So the overview, we're gonna talk about, like what sports means. Stuff we got a really good, back sports ground. We'll get into. Um, our take on faith. Do you believe? Do you not? And then we'll end with talking about different type of relationship stuff. So again, a brief overview of the topics that we'll be talking about: sports, faith, and relationships. And the cool thing about it is, and I watch a lot of different podcasts, and I want you to watch a lot of different ones because you get a lot of different people's perspective, and you can take that in. We know what you think about faith and relationships, about sports, and come up with something yourself. So, just to get into it, and we'll start with just sports because we have a sports background. And the first question is why sports matter beyond the scoreboard. So, for you, why does sports matter beyond just sports? I would say.
Um, if you want to talk about beyond sports, um, or beyond the scoreboard, I guess whichever you want to word it is, you gotta really put in perspective what sports do to like young men or young women, as far as a direction, a drive, a goal, because things that you need to be successful in life, a lot of times they are integral part of sports. Teamwork, um, discipline, anything you can think of. So when you think about life beyond the sports or the scoreboard, whether or not you win games or lose games or not, a lot of people who are in sports win their life because of the things you learn in sports. I know, as DJ will tell you, a lot of times with us, sports is the main thing that surrounded our life. So when it came to sports, like it was everything. Uh, Football, basketball, track. Who's the fastest? Can you dunk? Can you jump? Did you see that happen the other day? Oh man, he scored 40 points. He scored this and then third. So a lot of things, and it's also attractive. So I mean, it's a lot of things you harp on though. I mean, that's just to brush the top of it. You know what I'm saying? To be
Yeah.
honest.
And I think for me, it was I didn't fit in a lot, um, and mostly because we moved so much. And once you move, you don't get kind of integrated into the neighborhood. The kids just kind of pick on you. So just looking at once we got to the neighborhood, I wasn't like the toughest kid. So my younger brother and older sister, shit, they'll jump on you. So when they get to the neighborhood, either you like them or you don't, but you're gonna accept them because they just tough as hell. So I'm just in the middle, just soft as hell, because I'm not like I don't want to fight you. I'm just trying to hang out, and kids they weren't receptive to that. Just especially new kids to the neighborhood. So just getting picked on and picked on and picked on. It's like if I can play sports, I realize you can get accepted. I remember just living in who was it? Living in Highland maybe, and we went to the court or something. And I heard the kids say, "Man, you know what? After the game, after we get done, we gonna jump on them." They're like, "Y'all want to play another game?" Like, no, no, I don't. But I had to realize too, though, that if I was good enough, the people that really kind of picked on you would kind of accept you. So when I got real good, it was just like I ain't got to worry about getting jumped though, because shit, I'm on that team, and they, if you want to win, you got to kind of have me on your team. So for me, it was just kind of fitting in because I was a little bit, I guess, I think odd. I just always had a basketball, I always had something. And when you go into new neighborhoods and stuff like that, you just trying to, you know what I mean, just trying to fit in.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't take it to that extent that you didn't fit in. That's what happened when you move a lot. So
But you
I
don't,
wouldn't
but you
say
still
you
don't
was
fit in
odd
though.
or
Like even
weird.
in,
So what's the definition of odd? Because I wouldn't say you odd when you move to the
well, no,
neighborhood.
because
But
I didn't talk to everybody. So that's how people say. I'm just
you
saying.
shy.
So shy. So this is what it do. I'm gonna tell you
But you named everybody.
but that's what I'm
Everybody
saying.
got jumped on.
Well, no.
When you
But again,
move
I'm
to,
just saying. I'm just telling you my experience.
I'm just saying it went more about. It's not less about. Oh, yeah, I was odd. I didn't fit in. Uh, I mean, you was on sports teams your whole life. It wasn't that you didn't fit in. Y'all moved, I guess, to
No, we
people.
moved a
People ain't know
lot,
y'all.
but until I started actually like playing, so even in like say Howland, like if I wanted to play basketball, like I was gonna get jumped on every single time. But I knew the better I got, the less I got jumped on.
No, the longer you was over there, the
No,
less
no,
you got
no,
jumped
no,
on.
no. You don't understand. No. Because we were always like the newer people.
No, I know
We
what I'm
went over there
saying.
long. I'm just saying we not over there long. What I'm telling you is you not getting it. The better I got, the less I got jumped
I
on, the less I
understand
got
it.
picked
I
on. Is
do
what
get
I'm
it.
saying.
No, it makes sense. I was just telling you when as odd as you thought you was. You just was you was newer in a lot of places.
Well, what I'm saying odd is I wasn't always the one that like
Yeah,
just jumped
you're not
into.
outgoing.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
you
that's
wasn't
what I'm saying.
outgoing.
So that's what I'm saying. People call you out. So
I
even
know you. I
I
know
give
what I'm
it.
saying.
I give you an
I know you're
example.
not outgoing.
So it was a cat. I forgot. It was an old dude in Lakeview or
Mm-hmm.
something. It had to be a couple years ago. He was like, man, he said something like, man, you was a little odd dude with the basketball or something. I mean, he just said this openly. Like, man, I thought you was weird or something. You just had a basketball all the time. And in my head, I'm like, damn,
How
I'm just practicing.
how's
I
that?
mean,
But think about it. How's that weird?
but again, it's weird in the sense of they're used to seeing people. You don't always have a ball. You don't always do sports. You may interact with other people. That's what I'm saying though, because it's not going to be this. It's not going to be the same for everybody. I don't think it's odd, but for the majority of people, right? They look at you and say like, "Damn, he ain't gonna never put the ball
That's
down."
because you don't say nothing to him. I know.
Yes.
I'm your homie. I know why you don't say nothing to him, so they automatically assume D. What's wrong with D? D odd. He tripping. And by the way, let y'all know we grew up together, so that's why we are having this conversation. But we'll get back on topic. I just want to say this last thing. That's what people always say. I mean, you more talkative and my outgoing in. I remember you didn't even talk to get the Pell Grant. You know what I'm saying? Which is a whole nother story. But at the end of the
That thing
day,
was needed
you know what I'm
too.
saying? You didn't want to read out loud, none of that. You was shy, but I mean, you did everything that everybody else was doing. Cool work. I mean, cool work. I mean, whatever. I mean, it was some odd people that I can remember. I ain't gonna say their names, but that we was out there with. But but yeah, shy, yeah, for sure.
Well, we can agree to disagree on that for
Yeah.
sure. Now, sports, and we both black, and sports in the black community is always like high. I think people rather you come home and say you scored a touchdown than have all A's. Why is that?
uh, because where we from, uh, academics ain't did more than what they seen a guy make it to the NFL or NBA. You know what I'm saying? And you dreaming big, you thinking millionaires, life changing stuff. Education is a process, discipline and patience and structure. Like uh, most people we from see fast success or no success. So if they feel like you can make it playing ball, they a push for that harder than academics. Because honestly, for still in our community and for Black folks, it's still an uphill battle when it comes to what we facing when it comes to just the workforce in the world. You know what I'm saying? I got a college degree and I done been through situations where they be like, oh yeah, you overqualified, so you don't even get hired or get an opportunity to work. So, but that's just, I don't know. Opportunities are still slim, and when you put yourself in the mix with the rest of the population, instead of putting yourself up there with the 1%ers or however the percentage is millionaires are, it's just easier. It's just what we feel like is success, or because you never know. Like, I'm not saying you can't be successful pushing, going through education,
No, yeah,
becoming
for sure.
doctors and lawyers, but and we also don't see that either. So when you growing up in the hood, you don't the man, the dope man, or somebody who made it to the NFL is a people who are successful. Uncle and grandpa or auntie or mama and daddy ain't really got no money. So the people you think successful have instant success, or you think they do. They probably don't, because when you make it to the NFL, that's a hard work, a lifetime of hard work, and if you really making a lot of money in the streets, I'm pretty sure that's a lifetime of hard work. It don't happen in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't knocking no hustle, but I know all of it is hard work. But to you, you may think it's instant success. But anyway, that's what I think, D.
Well, I think with sports too, it's always a racial barrier. But when you athletic, it's just something about they white people will accept you, and I'm not talking to all white people, but white people will accept you. But when you athletic, they'll accept you a little bit faster. Um, just even working in the school system and seeing kids like, well, my mom won't want me to talk to him because he's black. But when you athletic, man, I done seen some white folks throw their kids at you like, hey man, he athletic, huh? Here you go. So I think with sports, even over time, we've seen, different athletes kind of bridge the gap because they're just so athletic. And I think, with, like you saying, with academics and stuff, most of the time it's always somebody at the top that's fairer skinned that has to give you that opportunity. And to me, with sports, it's just I ain't gonna say it's an easy road because it's harder, but I think once you reach that level, that it just seems like the acceptance is a little bit easier.
Well, I mean,
Um,
it's still the same, because the people who are owning the teams and overriding us are still older, rich white
yeah,
men. So it's they still getting work done for them for a profit. So it's still the same. It's just more accepted because it's not like you ain't getting nothing out of it. You ain't being, you know what I'm saying? Some people overpaid, some people underpaid. But it's more of it's a business now, and voluntarily business as well. So which, I don't mind, nobody don't mind partaking because it's a $1 billion business. So yeah, I mean, so I see exactly what you're saying, like a racial barrier, but it's always gonna be that because black folks ain't. I don't know how many black billionaires it is. You may know that, but I'm pretty sure it's more white black billionaires than white. And I think and when it comes to owners, I don't know if there's any black owners of any teams. Maybe got partial ownership. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about full ownership. So it's always gonna be that.
yeah. And even and I just had another question for you. And I've been looking at the World Cup stuff, and you'll see I guess, black cats from France or Mexico, um, and even America. Watching our team, there's a lot of black people anyway, but just in the community, we don't play a lot of soccer or even probably mostly baseball. Um, so why is it like what do you think it'll take to get, I guess, black youth into sport? I guess sports other than basketball, football.
Well, it's happening slowly, like slowly but surely. Like the neighborhoods and the way that the cities are shaped is differently. Like the inner cities pushed out more kids that's from the inner city, or parents that's from the inner city end up in the suburbs, where they play more things of that nature. They don't really got the soccer field at the rec. You got the football field out there. You got the basketball court in the inside or outside. So it ain't really this. That's not in the neighborhood. But as far as like America in general, we push our own stuff and make our stuff popular. We did that with the instead of doing with the metric system. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah,
We made up a whole nother measuring system, and everybody
yeah.
go in the world go by the metric
Go in the
system.
metric system. Yeah.
Leaders, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so that's just some America always gonna push whatever sports we created more than the world. But soccer's still the most popular sport in the world, so that ain't ever gonna change for real. For real, soccer is a good sport, a great sport, and people in the world,
Ain't none of them out of shape.
man, nobody to shape.
None of
You
them.
got and they got great athletes, so soccer always gonna be still the number one sport in the world, even if American. Let's not even talk about black kids. Americans got football. You know what I'm saying? Great sport. We love that. Basketball great. Baseball great. Soccer great. But I don't know if soccer will ever get the same uh, notoriety or the same publicity or I guess the attention in the U.S. than they'll ever get in the world because of football, basketball, baseball.
Well, I think because our best athletes play basketball and football.
Yeah,
Now, if our best athletes played soccer,
yeah,
it would be something to see though. Honestly. Um, now, with a lot
true,
of the
true.
with a lot of the sports seasons kind of coming to an end and just kind of looking forward to the 2026-2027 season. And I got a list of things. I'm gonna give you some stuff, right? You're gonna say high or low. All right. Now LeBron, he ain't picked nowhere yet, has he?
Honestly, man, I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't even been on there.
Now he
I don't
averaged
think so. If it came
20.9 a
though.
game last year. All right. On his new team, you think that'll be high? Will they
Nah,
go up
I
or
gotta
go
say
down?
high low. I can't.
High, low. You can explain. That's fine. High
Okay.
or lower, and why? I guess if you want to do that.
Well, it depends on what team LeBron on, whether it be high or low. I'm gonna go in and say 20.9. That's what he scored this year.
Yep. Per game.
He probably gonna score about the same. I'm gonna say equal. For the most part, where you go, but that's 21 points. He can get 21 points. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna say high.
Oh, okay.
It's
And that's,
21
I think
points.
he can't get 21 points. But in my head, though, even when he
I
said he's gonna
wanted
play
to
for the
say low.
minimum, I don't think he want to get 21 points. I think if he go to, which I think it'll be Golden State, I think he had to score 21 points. Honestly. But if he go to, I think they were talking about the Sixers supposed to be high. If he go to Sixers, I don't think he'll
Now, if you
have
go to
21
six, it's
points.
gonna be lower than 21
It'll be
points.
low. But it's LeBron though, so it's can't
He
forget
had
how good he is, man. When he comes, you got to kind of move out of the way a
man,
little
he had
bit.
21 points, and sometimes you don't even know he be scoring.
It is a long game.
So
It is.
yeah,
Saquon Barkley. All right. I think the year prior he had the 2000, and then last year he had a quiet year with 1,140 yards. So high or lower than that.
high.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't go. I didn't go. They just got to get him the ball.
yeah.
The Knicks won the championship. In order to win the playoffs, right? You got to have 16 wins, right? So Knicks having 16 wins in the playoffs next year, which means do they win the championship?
Way
High or
lower than
low?
that.
Way lower than that. So no. Your favorite team, Green Bay, had nine wins.
High.
High. My squad, the Chicago Bears, 11 wins.
Low.
I think it's gonna be low too.
Yeah.
Oh, the quarterback is just both of them really.
Yeah, both of them, but
It's a mystery. Like, what am I
yeah.
watching exactly? In
That
Green Bay, what's his name?
Jordan
Love.
Love.
To me, he looked much better than He just looked real good, but at times it's like,
But at
what are you
times,
doing?
I think he better than Caleb Williams too. But at times, you never know, man. But he getting less and less of doing crazy stuff. But Caleb Williams throw up prayers, bro.
It works sometimes.
A lot of
Yeah,
times.
it did. It made it.
So
I'm not a believer in it being
he,
scripted, but it was weird. Last year was
he
weird.
a good athlete and stuff, but boy, hey.
Yeah,
Scripted we was a good
yeah.
shot.
And then the hometown team, they made the playoffs. The Panthers won 8 games. High or low?
High,
I think it's low. I don't, man. I want the cat to do good, but I don't think they
but
run.
they in the South.
Yeah, but I want them to do good, but this they don't. To me, they don't run the offense that makes sense. Like he can throw, but they don't want him to throw it. I don't. I feel like they call plays to make him
Now
look
don't get me
bad.
wrong, they called some bad plays, even running plays. But I'm gonna be honest with you though, they in the South, so they may get right around. You said 9,
It's 8. They had 8. But I
8.
think Baker Mayfield ain't gonna make the playoffs this time. They do weird. He just somehow make it
Now once
happen
again, we
sometimes.
talking about Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I know it. He just make it happen.
The Falcons. The Falcons got the most talent on the roster though. In the South, I mean in the NFC South. To me, uh, then maybe listen, dog. Maybe the Bucks because the Falcons offense, if they running right, it's over with. But I don't know. They might not get over 8, but the South is not a
Well,
good
you do got
conference.
7, 8 lost 9. You would have to, right?
Uh,
I would assume you start off with a little momentum, but yeah, that's gonna be. I'm gonna
so you don't
go.
think they're gonna be in the running to win the conference?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna
I,
be. I think Atlanta takes a step up.
they should.
Yeah, they
Their
should. I think
offense
Atlanta
slow.
steps up. The Bucks are always like they're gonna win 8 or 9
Yeah.
games. 'Cause even this, year, I think they may have won more, but they just still lost the
They start
playoffs or
like
something.
losing like at the end.
Yeah, so I don't know. Now transitioning into faith and really kind of why we started the podcast, and we always go back and forth on believing. Um, and I can start with me and just being honest on about the faith thing. And I read the Bible all the time. Do I believe in God? I no. And the reason that is, and it's really two things I think I realized. The first thing was I was reading. Which one was it Abraham when God asked him, "Hey, bring your son to be a sacrifice," and then he told him to stop. Was that Abraham? Yes. And I realized then, and I'm reading it like, so you're saying that I need to love you more than I love my son or my wife, and I couldn't do that. I couldn't be the one that says, "Hey, could you sacrifice your son?" I would be like, "Nah, I'm good." And once I realized that I wouldn't personally be willing to do that. Um, that I could never love you enough to where I could believe in you. And then second was just I ain't gonna say the way God moved, but yeah, the way God moved with the whole Noah story. Because even when I was younger, it was a cool story. Like, oh man, the cat built a boat, man, and then they put the animals on. They say the animals, but once I read it and realized, like, oh yeah, you just killing everybody, and you just saving this one family, his wives and stuff like that, um, and you just wiping everybody out. And I didn't. I couldn't agree with. I wouldn't be a person that would do that. And again, I'm not God, but I don't think even God shouldn't be able to say, "Man, I'm just gonna wipe people out." So that's why I don't believe in it. And again, and also, and we'll get into it. But the book, to me, the book is just it's I don't know. It's a flip of the coin sometimes with the stories, and I don't think the stories are true at all either. So, but again, that's my take on it, and that's why I kind of like, even though I still read the Bible all the time, that's why I kind of strayed away from kind of how I was
But why?
brought up, huh?
But go ahead.
So go ahead. You
I
said
was
why
just saying
what?
why.
Why what?
Why read it?
I think Jesus is a good dude. I think all his like stories and what he's doing and how he leads is cool. I think you can still it's still good people. But I just that part of it, I just still like that part of it. But the whole from the Old Testament to the New is just so much stuff that makes no sense. Now again, what Jesus is doing, you know what I mean? I'm gonna wash your feet. You know what I mean? I'm gonna lead this. The way he leads to me still makes sense. I listen to a lot of motivational, so I think he is motivational. I throw him in that category. So that's why I mean I still read it and to argue with people too. So you gotta, yeah,
That's for the most part.
yeah, for the most part.
But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, to your first point is, and by the way, I'm a believer, but for the most part, your first part is saying, well, I wouldn't do this if I was God. I wouldn't do this if I was God. So I can't believe in what is happening.
Yeah,
It's things that you wouldn't agree with that people do, and you still believe that they who they are. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you say stuff like that, it's like God works in mysterious ways, and His plan is always perfect, and the way and everything He does has purpose and direction. He's a forward God. Um, he's a progressive God. He's a living God. So He's always thinking. I ain't even use the word thinking. He's always ahead. So for you to say, well, I wouldn't do it since I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do this, and this story made me believe not to do this because this, God created us for His glory. So we are supposed to love Him more than we love ourselves. Love your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? And you because He created us for that purpose. But at the end of the day, you're saying, "Oh, I read it for this and that and that." Also, to argue with people, and you're looking for contradictions in the book, but the Bible is based in the Bible and faith. The Bible in general tells you that believing in God is faith based. So if you don't really have faith, then you can't believe in it anyway. So at the end of the day, just because God did something and I didn't understand it, don't mean He ain't real. And I should lose faith in Him because I didn't see Him do too many things that are real in my life and other people's life to show me that. So once you done walk with God and God walk with you through the valleys and through the lows, through the highs, and through dark nights, you know what I mean. You people would say that and question them, but people who's experienced God and really tasted His goodness and the things He uh, showed and did for you, it's hard for you to not believe in Him. Now, when it goes back to uh what did you say about the
well, my
by
thing
Noah?
is more of a,
By Noah.
I know in the ark
So
and
so
killing
so
all the,
so
it's more of
so
a
so
fortune cookie thing. If something
so
happened
if
good for
Noah,
me, then it's like, who did it? God did it. If something
but I
happened
didn't
bad for me, who did it?
but I didn't told
God
you
allowed it to happen so I could do this. Everything it's just a big fortune cookie. If I read
but
it
it ain't
and
about
if I believe
but
in it, then yes, it's
like I
gonna
didn't told
be
you
good for
before,
me.
like I told you before though, God ain't believing in God and believing everything gonna happen for you perfectly. It tell you that in the Bible. But you when you say you read the Bible, it be certain parts I don't be thinking you be reading. You know what I'm saying? You reading certain parts of the Bible, I guess that make you feel like God ain't real. But at the same time, everything don't happen. That's why He give you different stories and showing. Even when David prayed, David was after his own heart. David sinned. David had a child. God took the child from him. David prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. He blessed David many times, over and over and over. But this time he said no. You know what I'm saying? Because David sinned or whatever. He wasn't gonna let this slide this time. God let so much stuff slide. It give us so much opportunity and so much mercy and grace. You know, when one bad thing happens, people run away and throw faith in the trash. But at the same time, that's why when Jesus came, it's a sword. Everybody ain't gonna be with it. You either with it or you're not. You feel what I'm saying? And it's not for everybody. But when you saying you read the Bible to argue with people, that means you're looking for things in the Bible that you feel like make you feel like God ain't
Well, that
real.
is that you can say that's true,
Then you
but
say you
it's
like
so
Jesus. Then
many.
you say you like Jesus story, but then but you don't like some of the things that God did. You ain't gotta like everything. That's like when your mama raised you. You ain't gotta like everything she did. You feel what I'm saying? But that don't mean she was wrong. and doing what she did.
That's true, but she ain't God either. Like, so I'm gonna hold you to a higher standard, right? Um, so again, it's different religions. I mean, it's the most popular religion isn't Christianity. So again, how do I say that they're wrong and I'm right? How did I say that you're the one and then you're not the one? But again, even when you read the story, if you believe in it, like again, you can be as faithful as you want to be and whatever religion you want to be. If you believe in it, believe in it. I'm not taking that away from you. I'm just telling you that
I know it.
when I read it and see it, the timeline, everything it just doesn't add up or make sense. Now again, if you believe in something, you're gonna feel it in your soul. You'll make it happen. That's why you go like when I said the fortune cookie thing, where if I open up a fortune cookie and say, hey, man, you're gonna have blessed, blah 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 blah. Now you're gonna go searching for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I'm reading and saying, okay, this come on now. This is ridiculous. Now that is very true. But again, he said, oh, I can see something happen to people and they believe, well, what happened? Something good happened. Well, this good happened. Oh, this person walked, this happened, and this happened. But again, can you attribute that to the Lord? You could, but you can contribute to anything else. Just being more positive, just being around, and just the luck of the draw sometimes.
But you believe in it.
What is that?
Look,
Believe in luck? Uh, no and yes, I guess. I guess. I don't. Well, I couldn't really define luck, to be honest with you. But just life in general, things just is sometimes it happens. You work hard and it go good. You work hard and it go bad. But if I work hard, I'm not gonna say, "Hey man, the Lord," because I worked hard. It was the Lord who did it. Like, no, I just worked hard and then it just happened. It just so happened to happen that way.
mm-hmm. So who
Um,
created the world? Who created human
um,
beings?
who created God? If
Yeah,
God created,
yeah,
if
yeah.
somebody had to create something,
So
where does God come from?
no, I'm asking you, who created it?
I don't know who created God. That's what I'm saying though. So scientifically, it says that say if I guess the Bible would say that we about what is it 6,000 to 7,000 years old. That in 7 days, right? In 7 days, what happened was you get the heavens and the earth in 7 days, right? Now I know when I teach kids in my science class that man, it take billions and billions of years to get this star to generate and create nuclear fuel. Now again, God is all
Well,
powerful.
once
I
again,
can make
D,
it happen
who
overnight.
created
But
humans?
again, I'm just saying. But that's
Let
my
me
point.
handle.
So who created humans is just evolution itself. Life itself created it. Now again, once the sun burns out, life itself on this planet will cease to exist. Now again, at some point in some other planet that's further enough away from that sun, so you can get that energy to create whatever, or just because we need oxygen and we need the sun and different things like that. But I'm just saying
So
that
so humans, good, evil, consciousness, thoughtfulness, all that. That's all created.
we just evolve. We evolved in
Oh,
a way
okay.
that we get to make choices, and because we get to make choices, what happens is
So
with
a
humans.
human being just start evolving, not from no creek, nothing.
Well, you had to evolve from something,
For what?
but you had to. But that's the thing, though. So when it's a void, you just say God did it, because it's easier for people to understand that. They won't understand anything else,
Yeah,
right?
if
What
it
happened?
no, if it's
No,
scientific,
no. If God did it, so it
if God
evolved.
harder to understand, then what you say, you saying it's hard to understand it because you don't get it, so it's hard to understand.
Well, no,
So the
it's easy to
scientific,
understand.
so the
Scientifically, you
scientific,
evolve over
scientifically,
time.
yeah. So
So you just evolve over time, and
I
eventually
know evolution. I know what
you
evolution
become
is,
to be this
but what do we evolve
person.
from? I know what evolution is.
Well,
I know
I
how
can't
life
tell
works.
you what we evolved from because I haven't been alive that long. But we evolve from something because you, in order to be
What?
something, you have to come from something.
Where we come from?
Well, I don't know. Well, you tell me where we came from.
God.
You don't know.
Hmm? I do know.
You don't know. That's the thing. You don't know
Hmm?
because when you don't know something, it's got even just over time. It's
But
like
once again,
if
D.
something happens,
Once
right?
again, once again, D. I told you it's faith based. You missing the whole picture about God. It's not about facts. And
No, that's my point. You made a good point. I'm facts
because you're not giving me no
because
facts.
faith is not facts.
You not.
It's
But it's facts that prove your faith.
no.
Nah, that's true.
Explain it to me.
That's
So
fact.
give me an example of this. So you saying it's fact? Give me a fact
You can
that
go to
proves
scripture.
your faith. So give me the scripture that proves you because I'm
like Job, the story of Job.
How does it prove it?
His faith.
He doubted.
The fact that he had times of doubt. You're gonna have times of doubt in your faith. He never cursed God though.
This is the thing though, right? Not only
everybody doubt.
No, not everybody does
Peter?
doubt. Everybody's doubt, right? And even in Job's case, right? He not only did he doubt it, right? And he's right to doubt. And when he questions God about that, God just says, I'm God, boy, shut up. It's like your mama saying something. I'm your mama. I'm right.
He didn't actually say it like that. Bro.
No, he did.
He didn't say
He did. I'm God. Or he literally said,
"Are you the one that know who he?
Are you the one
that
know
who I am? There you go.
Are you the one that created everything? Like, hey, big dog, you took my whole family. You killed everybody.
I gave you.
And you're telling me you right up, man. That's wrong, bud. That's wrong, bud.
He's telling you who he is,
man. That's wrong, bud.
So yeah, I am the creator. I create everything. You questioning me?
Yeah, because you're wrong. And he tells like you're not wrong with being frustrated.
He gave Job all that stuff that
Job
Job
try to help you,
and Job got more for being faithful.
But man, listen, man, I got a family. You take my family away, and then at the end, while I'm struggling, like, you know what, I'm gonna give you another family. I don't forget what you just did. That's wrong.
The story of Job is facts about having faith. But we ain't got to dwell on this, man.
Where's your story? I know
we got more stuff.
Wait a minute. The thing, and we'll get into. We'll have something to talk about.
There was any facts?
Well, it's not a fact. It's just a made up story about somebody that show
I got testimony
to try to convince you.
No,
like even the Bible itself is like there was works from these people and these people that they didn't want to accept because they wanted to make it look a certain way.
When you saying these people and these people, you need to say people. You need to say facts and back it up with actual names and scriptures. Like, because right now when you saying in the Bible say these people and these.
No. Well, say this.
So,
okay.
See what I'm saying?
Who wrote the Bible?
If you're not saying
who wrote the Bible, so the most people in the Bible, the most books in the Bible is anonymous. So we're going to we can talk in circles, but again, the Bible is a circle. It's a circle of people who wrote a book. We don't even know who the people are. So if I don't know who you are, how can I believe what you wrote?
So if you don't know who somebody wrote something, then you can't believe it. You saying right?
Not from that standpoint. No. Not from that standpoint.
So how many authors you done read and you don't know them and you believe something they say?
Well, no, I'm talking about the name of them. I'm just asking. They're anonymous.
Their name got to do anything.
When you're anonymous,
and a lot of people not anonymous, they tell you who wrote a lot of the books.
Most of the books are
anonymous. If you look it up, they'll tell you who wrote a lot of books.
But again, I'll leave it. I know who didn't write it.
Huh?
I know who didn't write it. God didn't write it. I know that much of it. So when you leaving it to man, who's God says is y'all are evil people. Y'all gonna do bad stuff, and that's the people that's gonna write it.
You ain't convincing me.
Not me.
You ain't convincing me, man.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't need to convince. It's your fact. I want you to believe in it. But again, it's just stories to just try to help convince you. The stories are just made up stories. They're good stories for you to read, but it's just made up stories.
When you read off the book,
yeah, a lot of them are made up stories,
and you
they influence you to make them feel something. No. I'm just saying.
Because you saying some of the people anonymous. It's a lot of people that they tell you who wrote in their Bible.
It's a lot of people that you don't get either, though.
What you mean?
It's a lot of anonymous people. Does it change who it is? If does it change the person that wrote it, the person that said it?
In the New Testament, they tell you who wrote all them books.
Does it change? Well, because it's pretty much in the New Testament, it's all of the disciples, and then they wrote it like 300 years or something after the fact, which is like I know the people who was that technically was writing it had to be there. So somehow it had to
They wrote
get
it three
passed
hundred years
down.
after the fact.
Yeah, the Bible itself, I think it was like 300 years after the fact.
That's just when they found it.
So again, yeah. So again, who found it? So who wanted to put it out? Was it exactly how it was supposed to be?
Faith, baby. It's
You're right.
exactly what
I
it's
got
supposed
you,
to
man.
be.
So I'll say this, all right, because you believe in, and this is a question that I would just probably have too. And if somebody is listening to it, how would you say? How can I believe in the not just the faith, but how could you say that I can believe in the Bible itself? Because I know the faith thing is different, right? I would think.
You need to believe in God. God will write. God already told you in the book that you're not even gonna need the book. His word will be written on the hearts of his people. So at the end of the day, the book is a good template, a good lesson, good structure, stories to tell you a guy's work, his word, to understand it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it ain't about religion. It's about relation. You know what I'm saying? You need to be relational. You know what I'm saying? Religion is misconstrued. People taint it. People use it as weapons. People you know what I'm saying? Religion is tradition, structure, and all this. Like I say, God is progressive. He's a living God. He's Alpha and Omega. So he is already steps ahead of us. You talking about 7 days, 7 days to him, you know what I'm saying, is like that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if we ain't trying to be relational and be relational with people and God, then you're not gonna get it because it's faith based. You know what I'm saying? Religion and relation is two different things. So for people to try to understand and get it, you need to get a relationship with God. Then everything else become clear with you. You know what I'm saying? But you have to ask to be in a relationship with God. You have to ask Him to come into your life. You got to ask Him for help. You gotta surrender and open up to receive.
Well,
And
my
once you
question
do
would
that,
be just
your
on the book
relationship,
though.
and then
Can
after
I
that,
trust the
and then after
book
that,
itself?
your relationship, yeah, you
And
can trust
even
the book.
then, right? So if the stories are made
Yeah,
up,
you can trust the book.
so if the stories are made up, do I still be? Because I know they stories
I
that's
didn't say
supposed
this.
to
You
help.
said the story made up.
Oh no, I'm just saying if the stories are made up, which I think they are. So again, I
Can
because
you
and
trust the
I've
book?
talked to
Yeah,
you
you can.
before
Yeah,
about
you
this.
can
Like
trust
it's
the book.
like, well, you know what? The stories you can't take it literally. The
I'm
stories
just telling
are
you that
this,
God
but
talking
can
in
I take
abundance.
it? Because I know he didn't write it, so he can't. I can't say like, hey man, God said in the Bible to do this. God didn't say
I'm just,
nothing. I know
but
the
it's
man said that.
but it's perspective you can take on it. You know what I'm saying? You taking perspective is about the Abraham thing. Well, I wouldn't never do this in the third, but you don't know why he was doing it. He was testing his faith. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that he was doing it to punish him or to do that
Oh, I
to
didn't
hurt
say he
him.
was punishing him.
But at the
I
end of the
think it's
day, it's faith based. So yeah, the book is what you say is the book. Can you trust the book?
can you trust? Because if the
Yeah, you
stories
can trust the
are
book.
not aligned, if the stories don't make, because I know again,
They all make sense.
man wrote it. But again, if you find out, I mean, no, they don't. It don't. No. Uh-uh. So,
It ain't for everybody to understand
no,
either.
that is true.
You know what I'm saying, D? But
No,
the
that's true.
but the Bible, yeah, you can trust it. It's God's word. But like I tell you, it's perspective. You read a story and God give you the story away, when you understand it and you get it, then that's the way you understand it and get it. When you get in perspective, people have different perspectives. It don't all you don't. I have to have the same perspective to have the same understanding. You know what I'm saying?
No, that makes sense.
So
That's what
that's
I like
it.
it. Fortune cookie things,
Like
perspective.
I said, I got different people, older men, pastors, that I could have, that we have different perspectives, but the same understanding. And they tell me this when I'm there in my chair getting a haircut. They understand what I'm saying. They get the perspectives and stuff like that, and I understand what they saying because at the end of the day, God is God. His word is true, and like I say, the only thing He is pushing and trying to show people is love, and that's really it. You know what I mean? So and
It
you
is
love
love.
somebody, then you'll do right by them. You'll treat them right. You'll treat them like yourself. You really love them. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's about. People will be less sensible, less lustful, less this and then the third if you show more love. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, real love, unconditional love. But at the end of the day, everybody ain't gonna do that. The flesh weak and it's cool. And like I said, and everybody ain't gonna understand, D. But at the end of the day, to answer your question, the Bible is definitely trustworthy. Uh,
It's all
and
about
God
love.
and God is
That's
real.
why kids all love. It's just love. You got
They're
sometimes
part
you
of
got love.
they're part of life.
It is part of love when I ain't about to die, but you kill me, y'all. Now I do agree. And I know we talked about this for just about relationships, and the Bible is about relationships. I would not ever disagree with that. The last topic is about building, authentic relationships. We've been, I guess, best friends since about sixth grade. Um, and I think for me anyway, I think we kind of bonded more through sports first. Because you had to kill a fadeaway. That fadeaway was real. I think it was a goal or something.
Could have
Was it
been.
logo? You didn't miss a damn fadeaway. I was like, what in the hell is this
I
dude?
practice it all the
Damn.
time.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Um, what is the key to having like just I guess good relationships? And it can be according to, religion, according to just girl and guy and girl, any of that stuff.
I mean, shit, relationship. When you really trying to have a real relationship with whether it's a homie or a woman or anybody, a parent, like you know what I'm saying, and it ain't really this ain't trying to harp a stay in religion, but you gotta really be open and honest. Like at the end of the day, like and you gotta be, you know what I'm saying, like showing love. So I can use our relationship for instance, like um no matter what we were doing, we made sure every one was straight throughout life. And I didn't do that with everybody, and you didn't do that with everybody. If you had $20, I had $10. You be like, shit, I got more money. I'll go ahead and get the food or pay for some gas, or vice versa. If I had more money and you had less money, we made sure everybody was straight. Even when we can take it from middle school to college, I mean high school to college. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't speak for yourself, D said this and third. Or if I ain't speak for myself, like and we always been open and honest. Um, always showed genuine love and always made sure, you know what I'm saying, that people see that. People like, yeah, well, D and T, because you ain't even really talk to other people. You know what I'm saying? But you always like, okay, then you show always love to me. I remember times you might give me some candy and not give anybody else. Make sure I had some candy. Hey, you got some candy? Hey man, you can have some of these right here. Hey, me some candy. I ain't got no more. You know what I'm saying? Like it just so, but you only gonna be friends. You only gonna have one or two true, real best friends anyway. You feel what I'm saying? Like I say, you happy for whatever I do. I can be doing this, that, and the third, and I've done a lot of things. You ain't tripping. Like, hey man, do this. Be careful. I support you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what friends do. Like I said, I'll cut your hair for free. You still pay me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even, you know what I mean? But you already know that I told you that.
Yeah.
So it just, so I mean,
I'm about
friends
to get
really
one
care
again.
genuinely.
I'm trying $50 now. I'm about to get one.
Yeah, where you can. Friends
Hey,
genuinely care about you
oh
and
yeah.
really care, no matter what you right or wrong. It's called unconditional love. Only some people unconditionally love you, no matter if they agree or disagree with what you're doing. And your mother, most of the time, most mothers unconditionally love, and you might get a friend or two who, no matter what you're doing, got going on, hey, they
Yeah, yeah,
got
yeah,
they with you no matter what.
yeah.
So that's and but just on a basic relationship, that should help you with any other relationship. Once you know what a best friend relationship should be like, or just having I guess a positive and a thriving
Oh,
relationship.
okay. I was talking to my wife and we were talking about, and we were just practicing for the show. And I asked her, like, when did she know, like, her friend was her best friend, and she couldn't explain it or whatever. And I had to think about it because I was sitting there, like, it was probably two things really. It was I think I didn't have no shoes or
And
something.
people will tell you that too, though. Oh man,
Yeah.
it's your best friend. You be like, oh, where it is, ain't it? But go ahead though.
Yeah, but it was like the shoe. It was a Jordan, the red ones.
Yeah,
And
the
I was telling my
13.
wife like, man, he let me wear these damn Jordan. Like my foot wasn't even big enough. Like I know damn well I ain't gonna let you. And them are like one of my favorite pair too.
Mine too.
Hey, and I'm like, once that happened, I think it was like some FUBU jeans or something because I didn't have shit. So when I was like that one, and then it was the when I moved to Lakeview, and you tell jokes about everybody, and everybody tell jokes. And for the people who was with us in Lakeview, you would know it was a joke. This little harsh mouth shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, like, it wasn't even a bad joke. It was just that if anybody said it, it was it. It was like, God damn, all right,
It was a
okay.
go-to joke.
Crowd go wild. And it was funny because I was thinking, and even we talked about Jay. Because Jay never, he said it a couple times, which kind of threw me.
Yeah.
Because when he said it, I was just like, huh. Because we were all like just right there. And
Yeah.
I was just like, well, damn. I didn't expect that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And for you, you had never said it. You know what I mean? And it was just like,
And I crack all the time.
and you cracked all the
I crack
time.
about
And
something
it
else.
was and it was one of the easiest fucking jokes to say. And it was just like,
Nah, cause that I felt like that joke was a messed up joke. I wasn't gonna say that to
oh
you.
listen, it was goddamn, it was just
Well,
right.
I know that joke was got to you. Put like that.
No, it didn't even get. It was just like it's not
Oh,
even
okay.
a good. It's like after like
It
once
wasn't
or
that good a joke
twice,
though.
and I'm sitting there like,
Yeah.
well, I guess ain't no coming back from this one. Then. Ah, damn. But it was just that whole thing, and I tell the kids even when I'm in school because I always do like a presentation on you and shit. Like this, is my best friend because like no matter what it is, if I ask like, hey man, I need this, like it ain't no questions, ain't no we might not even talk for a little while. It don't feel no different. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And the kids at school, like, man, how many best friends? I mean, I got 5 best friends. Like, hey, listen,
Five
man,
credits.
listen, man.
Not five.
Nah, man, like, depend on somebody. So it's just, I think it's cool to have. You always got to have somebody like to talk to, say stuff to be able to like depend on. And even in college was the coolest thing. Like college though, just. And I was talking to my wife. I think we were talking last night having a roommate and in your bed, man, it's cool, man.
Yeah.
Somebody come in, shit, I'm gone. Man, it's just a different feel. And I told somebody that called me gay when I said this, but no offense to anybody who gay, but and it was like who my first love was. I'm like, I think it was Terrell. Like it just generally like love somebody that just know they got your,
Yeah.
they just got your back. It's just a different like it's shit just different. Like you some of the money in college, I know like if I had to send money home, like man, we just good. It's just a cool,
Yeah.
it's really a cool idea. So yeah, man, get your best friend.
Got to have one.
You gotta have one. We are coming to the end of the first um episode, and I'm gonna just pose this question to you because somebody when I was talking about the show and somebody kind of posed this question, and this is more so about like relationship with other people, and they were saying that if they got a girlfriend or a significant other and their partner is following like an ex on social media and like liking shit, like how do you deal with it, and is that like is that okay that they're doing that?
Um. Honestly, I mean, it depends. If you know they following them, I guess that's a tricky question. I mean, if you find out they following them, I mean, I guess you'll feel some type of way. If you know they following them, and maybe if y'all know the person, both of y'all know them mutually, then it could be different. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Some exes, they be friends with the new boyfriend or the new girlfriend. So I don't know. So, but that's more of a relationship thing. If it happened to me, I'd more be like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, try to make fun of it, light of it, just because, you know what I'm saying. just in case I didn't like somebody to post. I mean, I ain't never know, man.
You
So
never know.
that's crazy though. I try to, but just the fact that I'll be aware of it once they know I'm aware of it, if they like it then over and over and over, then maybe you'd be like, oh damn, this shit is a little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would
It's a
say
little
my
sensitive.
wife followed. I forgot. I ain't gonna say the person's name, but I don't think they was in a relationship, and I think they just either had sex in goddamn high school or something.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking on the phone because I just go through her Instagram because I ain't even got one. So I'm just like I stopped using the shit, so I just kind of scroll through it or whatever because I don't know most of the people from college. So when I see it, like I'm fine with it, but I'm telling her like, this could make me look bad. You know what I mean? Like that's my only thing is like, hey, listen, yeah, it just look bad.
But what if they friends though?
Well, no, that's fine.
Now if they like friends, cause like I didn't grow up with people that I didn't smash the hit, and we really I know they family, we know each other, like so that's not a real ex. You said within a relationship with this person,
No, I don't
or this
think they was in
somebody
a
they mess
relationship. I
around
just
with.
think they mess around at
Cause
some point. But I'm just saying, and I'm telling her, I'm like, I'm not upset at it, but I'm just telling you, like, especially on dudes, they do weird shit. But I'm just saying, to me, one of the biggest things, like, I just don't want to look. I don't like to look stupid. It's like going to college, right? Or like your boyfriend come to college, and old girl got him shaking hand with a dude you've been messing with all week. Like, hey, listen, man, like, don't make me look like that.
no, you got a
So again,
point
I
though.
don't know
It could be
to the extent, but I'm just saying because when I said I was just like, hey, listen, I'm fine. I just don't want to look. I just don't want to look stupid.
but yeah, no, what you're saying it make
Yeah.
plenty of sense. But what I'm saying is that if they like, cause you didn't mess with friends before, and it may have been one time,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
it's
Yeah, I
especially
got
growing
you.
up. So you just got to find out exactly. Now, if it's like an ex, like a real relationship ex, that's a little different. But like friends, I'm pretty sure we
But
get
a
more people.
relationship ex, no,
We
then.
get more people. Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Oh,
We
okay.
get more people liking us that we didn't. Maybe not exes, but people you didn't hit before. You get men are guaranteed get more likes than your lady liking somebody that she didn't mess with before.
Well, that's probably that make
I'm
more
pretty
sense.
sure people liking your that you done mess with that you probably can't even remember.
That is true though.
They probably
That's
like
a
all your posts.
hey man, that's hard sometimes. It's been a long
So you
road,
know what
boy.
I said, it just depends, D. If it's an ex like the last, if it's like a last ex, you notice the ex, and that's a little shaky. But if it's like, oh yeah, we mess around with high school, I know they mom and dad, they went to school with them, da 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 da, they sister, da 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 da, third, they got a relationship with them. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that serious.
No, I got you.
So yeah, that's what. But you can look bad. Maybe not to the man, but the people the man who like know that
Hey,
y'all done
just
did
you.
something.
Hey, just you and your heart. It just
Yeah,
look.
he might.
It,
I don't know if he might try to say it, but he shouldn't. Even if what I'm saying, because some old shit. But I see what you're saying. But yeah.
Cause cats will do, especially black. I don't know if it's just black people, cause that make old shit look like it was new. I used to remember that nigga what? Hey, wait.
It's been
In
married.
high school, bud, like you can't do. You got you got to clarify this thing. So, but man, we want to say thank you, man, for joining out. Our first episode. Any final thoughts, man?
Nah. Hey, just all we want y'all to know is, man, keep tuning in. Tops is gonna get more and more. I would say hot. You know what I'm saying, and we're gonna keep this thing rolling, man. We did this before, but this time, man, we locked.
We locked in. So, hey, man, until next time, peace.